We're live. We're live.
It's
Same
been a minute.
as How's it going, Rob?
It's been going great, other than the fact that everything's going wrong in life, but at least I got good comics.
Sweet. Well, yeah, things are going all right with me. I can't complain. I'm still breathing. I'm above ground. Uh, and man, I got some really cool comics. I don't want to show you. So,
You go first.
do you want to go first, or do you want to go first? I think you want.
Unless you have some of your Fantastic Fours already pulled, I
Mm.
am getting very close to finishing the first 100 issues of Fantastic Four, minus the first 20.
Well, show
Except,
us what you got. Hey,
all
hey,
right, we're
Sleepy
gonna.
Reader.
Hi,
What up,
Sleepy Reader and
Alex?
Tylox. So, of course, I don't quite have this yet, but I needed a placeholder. Same thing for the fact that I
I
also
have
don't
that
have.
same one.
Yeah, this was actually one that I had a long ass time ago from childhood. This one, though, I might have paid a little bit more for. But at least I had a readable copy of the first appearance of Doctor Doom, because that's going to be a pricey book. That's going to cost like more than most all of these almost damn near combined for those first 20. So let's start with the earliest Fantastic Four that I have. This is issue 14. This is the first, or rather, second appearance of the Puppet Master,
Look
also
at that
featuring
ass. Look at
Submariner's ass.
that. Number one.
Let's go ahead and
That's
switch the camera.
Atlantis's ass, not America's ass.
Oh, that's the ass America wants to get, so they can get that vibranium at the bottom of the sea
Mhm.
in next
That's the
month.
ass America wishes it had.
Well, an ass no one wants to have is the dumpy dump truck of the NAS from the Mole Man in
Oh,
his second appearance.
I thought you were gonna say Ben Grimm. I was like, I'll take that ass, that
I
rocky
mean,
ass.
that is a nice rocky ass, I do have to say.
Yeah, that Kirby ass.
Now, this one I've had for a little while. It's very low grade, but who really cares that much about the infant terrible?
It's so great though. Look at it, man. It
I
should
would.
be a Strange Tales.
And Hickman, why didn't you include infant terrible in your run?
You've ruined it.
Wait, no, I kind of figured it out why. All
Oh,
right, this
Bleak.
one.
What's
Hey,
up, Bleak?
Bleeker. This one I got from Unruly Simeon, and this is an extra staple copy, as you can see right there. A little bit of writing on the top, but this is the Avengers versus the Fantastic Four, featuring the Hulk right after issue 25, which I should be getting later this week.
Look at you, man. That's
Oh,
really sweet. I like it.
I hope so. The 25 will be coming from my dealer, not the drug dealer. Don't want to do that stuff,
What's the
because
drug
when you
that
have
lasts?
this,
Yeah.
this
Things are,
drug gives you a return on your investment.
yeah, it's the drug that you can keep using.
Here is the first cover appearance of Doctor Strange, because back in Strange Tales 110, first appearance, not on the cover, not in 111, 12, 13, 14. He appears as a head in issue 118. He doesn't even appear on a full cover in his own book. It happens here.
Unruly adds the astute commentary that the thought of the things Rocky Tallywhacker is scary to him.
All I can think of whenever I think of things Tallywhacker, and I do think of that every now and then, and the reason why is Kevin Smith. I blame it all on Kevin Smith in the movie Mallrats, with Brody talking about the thing, and could he really kill someone,
The
or
things Jim Dog.
stretch? I don't know if you read the latest issue of Fantastic Four by Ryan North. It's actually really good. You have Mr. Fantastic stretching out his eyeball, and it just pretty much goes to show, if he can do it with an eyeball, not the only appendage.
Holy shit.
Tallywhacker is sheer genius, Sleepy Reader. Here is the first time the X-Men appear in the same book with the Fantastic Four. Thing about this is this is the old boring Fantastic Four that pretty much got canceled and turned into reruns. So back in the day, people didn't care about X-Men. It's weird to me now. It's weird to many people now. But the fact that they needed to throw them into another book in order to get some sales on it, well, that shows you early publishing history. This is the first appearance of Diablo. I still need to get around to reading some of these because I started rereading the Fantastic Four all over, starting with issue 1 online. And holy crap, Mr. Fantastic goes really dark in some of those early issues. And they seem to have a real hard on about the commie threat. And considering that we now have another commie threat over in the Ukraine, I guess it's timeless. It's always timeless. Just like the Mole Man when he comes back. Now, back in the early days, I kind of had a problem with throwing so much text all over the cover. Come on, let the art speak for itself. My fave has to be Jim Dog, says Lady Fantastic in the chat.
Like my best friend, his family, they came from Kentucky, and like a country term that like they used with him when he was a kid instead of like penis or something, they called it Jim Dog. I fucking love it, man. I can't get that Jim Dog out of my head.
What about
What's up,
that scene from
Penny?
Clueless? You had this one kid in Clueless that because the teacher was writing a kind of spicy romance novel, she wanted to try and use different words for the word penis, and the kid stood up and threw a bunch of them out, including what I'll never forget, the mushroom-headed yogurt slinger.
That's a nice one. That's a good one.
We'll
Oh,
never forget that.
Are you going to show? Okay.
Next issue. Sorry about that. All right. So this one is the death of Franklin Richards, the father of Susan Storm and Johnny. And Morant's in this. It's scroll stuff and some invisible stuff. This one here is probably the lowest graded copy I have of all of them.
Doesn't matter.
I'm cool with it because it's first to Tuma.
Duma.
This is issue number 34. This is the first time this billionaire, although I'm pretty sure, I need to reread it, but I'm pretty sure that back then he was a millionaire, which was really, really rich back then. Now, if you're a millionaire, you can't even buy Wall Street judges. This was a second copy I got because I already had one, and I just sent the other one over this way.
It's not a tumor.
Definitely not a tumor. And if the girlfriend has to ask if it's a tumor, it might be a little tiny. All right, moving on. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? Yeah, I might have. All right, next tiny little chunk, and then I'll throw it on over to Lady. I'll get all the way to issue 50 of Fantastic Four, the good stuff. So here is issue number 36 of the Fantastic Four. This is the first appearance of Purple, the Frightful Four. Even with the Sandman in purple. I know how much you love them purples from the 1960s. Oh, you got it too.
Slightly nicer though. Yours is slightly nicer. Mine, I have mine, and I'm glad. But and I got mine for a steal, but it's definitely seen better days.
Yeah, that's kind of like my first. I'll get to it shortly, but the first Black Bolt. Whew, yeah, that's beaten all to hell. Still need a 45 though. Here's issue 37. This is first Anile or Anel. Scroll.
Anal.
And after the first appearance of somebody that appeared in the last issue shows you how they didn't have villains sticking around for long in early issues.
Gross one, Ruby. Oh yeah, you're just talking about Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Jay Hood saying Rob cleaning up on the early Kirby. Early Kirby, the first 20 issues or so, it's very simplistic art, but at some point he starts hitting more of a stride where it's more cheesecake looking outlines.
Rob,
but yes.
I told you my LCS has FF number 11 and FF 18 there. FF 18 is 129 and FF 11 is 299. and I can go there tomorrow and take pics if you want me to.
I can PayPal you.
If you want them, I can take pics. Yeah. So cool. Good talk.
I'm working on it. There you go. All right. So I think I already showed the 38, right? You know, second fantastic, Frightful Four, Medusa. Make sure. Oh yeah. Also, Paste Pot. Why can I never? Paste Pot Pete. First time they call him the Trapster in this because I guess Paste Pot Pete is just a little too difficult to say.
But why?
I don't know. You say it 10 times fast. Let's do it. Paste Pot Pete. Paste Pot Pete.
Paste Pot Pete. Paste Pot Pete. Paste Pot Pete.
All right. I guess not so hard.
Paste Pot Pete.
But it does get a little hard when Doom is involved.
Doom.
And what makes him so creepy is just the fact that he has his eyeballs showing through that dark mask of his.
Doom.
He's a little derpy in the early issues too. Hey, he's back again, Dr. Doom. He's attacking the Baxter building. But considering that they couldn't afford to, pay for the rent at the Baxter building, is it really that much of a leap in faith to go, it's going to be attacked a lot? They can't even keep the building financially. Of course,
Hey,
it's going
Jay
to get
Hood,
attacked.
wait until I show my it is, yeah, man. So I've showed my FFs last time, and now Rob's showing his. I'm gonna show you guys this next thing that comes up. I'll show you guys some other silver and bronze nuggies that I got. Yeah, just give it a second. Baseball Pete, the deadliest of all.
Puppy. And here's Gorgon. This is when the some of those early Inhumans start coming into the picture. And listen, I'm not a fan of the Inhumans. That's the reason why I don't have 45 yet, but I'll get around to it. And my 46 is maybe a 2.0, maybe. I mean, beat all to hell, but Michael Eamon, who's been on our show many, many times in the past, he has a copy of this, and it looks like a damn 9.0. It's like $1,000 book. Not this one, though. This one's not even probably 100.
Yeah, this is a very Fantastic Four friendly, safe place. So
Yes.
if you're a fan, you're safe here. Ready?
And what is the Fantastic Four, but not for family? And if you're here watching among us, you're family.
Aww.
Here's issue 47. This is the first Maximus and second Black Bolt and Alpha Primitives. And I think they mentioned Galactus. No, it was the teaser at the very end.
Yes, it's true, Sleepy Reader. And I like, someone made this very astute comment, and I can't remember who it was. But it was that back in the day, the comic cover actually tried to tell the story of what was inside the issue. And that, we never do that anymore. Why?
I don't know. Back in the day, I got pissed off when the cover looked so good, and then you open the interior and the art was completely different.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was better looking. It was just, this is like a false bill of sale. What are you trying to sell me? A bill of goods?
Yeah. I would say, though, that also maybe, who's gotten back to that was Alex Ross with the Immortal Hulk books. He got more into doing the covers but they were more just like frames. Whereas back in the golden or silver age, you would have panels and they would be saying lots of words and shit. You're getting a synopsis of the story. How about Sue Richards and her Power Girl boob window episode? I don't know about that one.
Oh, that comes much later in the 300s. And we remember that as kind of like the bane of the existence for those of us that were collecting in the 90s. Let's get real edgy, people. Boob window, just like Power Girl. That's what the kids want. No, man, we just want cool stories like this. Fantastic Four, number 48, starting off the trilogy of the Galactus.
Yeah, that's prime cut.
Speaking of the Silver Surfer, here's the first cover appearance of both of them. That thing kind of drastically went up. Yeah, I agree, Rob. Having a drastically different interior than the cover is one of the worst things to ever happen in comics. Like everything else, it always depends, but it was the way I thought back in the 1990s.
It's a betrayal.
Yeah, I mean, once they finally started putting those painted covers on books, that was kind of when it was okay because you were buying the art on the exterior and getting the story for the interior, like Preacher, like Sandman. You didn't care about the fact that the cover might not look the same thing during Sandman. You just wanted to get to game and story. Now
Yeah,
stop here at issue 50, the brown cover of Silver Surfer
the silver turd,
with a nice little subscription crease.
the brown surfer.
J Hood
Woo!
says FF48 is my next target. Brother,
You're a
I'm
good
sure you
man,
can do it.
Jay Hood. That's a good, wonderful book to be after. I really want this year. I really want to find like my target book. I think is going to be a fun one. It's going to be Friday Foster. Okay, is that your first chunk? You just finished your first chunk.
That's
Okay,
first 50.
all right. So we're
Over to
going to
you.
me because I matter more.
Absolutely.
Okay, JK, but I am going to show you guys a fearsome chunk at first. Y'all, man, I went to my LCS this Friday and I walked into some crazy. Oh, this is an auction, bro. Look at this, Southern. I walked into a crazy X-Men like treasure trove, bronze and silver age, and I'm going to show you what I got. And I got some crazy books. All right, I'm going to start in ascending. Oh, wait, it's going to start with the highest to lowest in terms of issue number. Oh, this is the reprint of the first crossover with Spider-Man and X-Men. But yeah, baby. Yeah,
My shop
baby.
had that book for $300 for the first print. And I went, yeah, every other one you got is like 120, 150, 300. Jesus, I need to put that one back.
This was on my wall for $19.99. Get it. I had to get it. Are you crazy? Are you on drugs? Don't answer that. X-Men
No,
55. Some beautiful. I'm pretty sure this is Jim Steranko. Yeah, that's the reprint era, but this is not. This is OG original material era back in 55 is issue 55, which is probably more like 68, 69ish the year. I believe this is the birth. Oh, this one's some Barry Windsor. This is Barry Windsor, not Steranko. Is this the first Barry Windsor one or Steranko? Because Barry Windsor Smith, I thought this was his first one. I thought this was the first Barry Windsor Smith. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's okay. 53, issue 53. Look at that, man.
I don't
Ooh.
have the issue.
Oh.
Nice.
Blastar is his first one. That's what I thought. Okay. And then I thought 55 was Steranko, but I could be wrong, man. My life, I've been living lies. Here's Steranko, I know for sure. 51. Look, man, they had all of these on the wall and they were so cheap. I can't even deal with it. I cannot deal with it. And they're really nice shape. 53's first BWS.
Yep,
Um,
Tacoma just put it in.
and this one is my favorite one that I found. It was also the most expensive, but still. Boom. X-Men 40. X-Men and Frankenstein. So this is X-Men Meet Frankenstein, enough said. Look at that. And as Gary B noted, this is like an homage to, what is it, like FF6 or FF something. It's either FF or it's where the FF and the Hulk meet in like a cave or something. But anyways.
Oh, issue 12.
Yeah, okay, maybe so, yeah. Hey Six Face, what's up, buddy? And then finally, this was on the wall for $20. 50 white is okay. Thanks, thanks, Unruly. Sorry, thank you, Southern. On issue 22, where it's just like a bunch of bad guys, dude. Divided we fall. Well, there's X-Men heads, and then this ominous looking weird guy, Gangway. Here comes a startling stampede of yesteryear's most sensational superheroes. Sorry,
Is that Count
supervillains.
Nefaria?
Huh?
Is that Count Nefaria?
I'm not sure. Maybe it is. Yeah,
Strangely
first.
enough, I only really. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Jay, that's cool. I didn't realize. I didn't realize this was the first Frankenstein in the
Android.
Marvel universe. But that makes me as happy as a little clam. And he's got like the Grizzly Adams, boots. I like that. Hey, Digger Jim, I'm just showing some fire. And then I'll just show of the first like tiny chunk of what I got at McKay's today. But this was my little my LCS X-Men chunk that I was like crazy. What the what? I got it some no, not Playman. It was Frankenstein. I've got issues 1 and 3 of Iron Cat, and I know, yeah, I hate it, love it, whatever. But I found this Iron Cat number 2, and it was so McKay's. You find them most of the time under undercover price, so it was like $1.50 or something. So I picked it up. These were in the 50-cent bin, and I needed these. I only had X-Men Red 1 through 4, and I found X-Men Red 5 in the 50-cent bin, 6
50
in the
cent
50
bit.
cents bin,
I'm just throwing my money away on the X-Men. But
and
not that serious.
7
That's not a waste. That's actually well written.
and 7 in the 50-cent bin. So I was excited about that. These were like $1.75, I think. So this is this is Avengers number 3. Some just beautiful Alex Ross art. Oh no, Comics at Law. Hell. And then number 5. So here's Visions of Tomorrow. Right? So you see that nice Alice Ross art. And then I'm gonna go over to all new, all different Avengers number 6. Booyaka Shah. Homage to your boy Vision Avengers 57. And then, man, I found this thing. It was so crazy, and I was so. Y'all remember the Red Hulk that Loeb and McGinnis did? I found this thing, and it's Red Hulk collecting issues 1 through 3. So it's like this. Yeah, it's the little collector's pack, and that's so badass. And then I found issue 51, and that issue 51 I think was $2.25, $2.25. So yeah, I really just broke the bank on that. And then I'll show my second chunk after Rob blows us in the face with more Fantastic Four Amazeballs.
All right, so beware of the sticky stuff, ladies and gentlemen, because this issue that I have right here has some sticky stuff in it.
Oh shit.
And the reason why is because when I got this the day that the stock market dropped by 1,200 points, the first thing I did was open it up to read it, and I'm like, there's like staining on the interior pages, and I know this color. This is blood. Somebody got beaten up or got into at least a fight over this book.
It's
And
Stan
now
Lee's blood. Hey, Queen
could
Key
be.
Comics at Law, Digger Jim, Manny, Tylocks, Southern Comic Geeks, Tacoma Comics, J Hood, Sixth Face, Sleepy Reader, all of y'all, Dankeschön.
All right, so here is issue 53. This is the first appearance of Claw, second appearance of the Black Panther.
Yeah, I have that
Now I'm
one,
going to
but
jump
mine's
around a little. I
mine's
still need a
little beat up.
51.
Mine's a little beat up, the Black Panther 53.
Yours
But I got it off.
still looks really nice.
But
I mean,
I
it
got it
doesn't look
off
like.
before it was big. I got it off eBay for like $18. So
The 53. Yeah.
Yeah.
My 53, I think it was maybe like 80. I mean, it's nice. The only problem with this is just, the corner there, but otherwise, it's really nice.
It's very nice.
But
Also very nice.
my 52 was a lot more because that thing came from, stock market drops, and you don't have the tech bros going, let's throw money at something where I have 10 copies of. All right, here's issue 54. This is the third Black Panther and first John Prester, the Wanderer, whoever that is.
What's up, Shout for Comics, Immortal Biggie Shack, Tony's Diecast Customs. Appreciate all of y'all.
Wow, we got Biggie here. Hey, Biggie. I know you always used to joke about me saying, oh, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. But because I collect new comics. But once upon a time, these were new comic book day books. And I got this one here in a thick stack of Fantastic Four earlier last
He
year.
just he likes busting your chops.
Ah, that's fine. Especially when you got an issue 56 here.
Oh
The
my
nice,
god.
cool little date stamp.
Yeah, man. That's bad butt, dude. Clow.
Yeah, claw cover. And this one I got earlier last year, second appearance, yada, yada, yada. You really want to see the real stuff. Doom.
Ugh. Man, my LCS had that, but they have it for 164.99, and I'm like, fuck off! I'm not paying that. I
I
would pay
think this
64.99 for it, but not
yeah,
164.99.
this one might be like a 5.5 or so, but this one was about 130 itself.
I'm not
But
paying it. Man. Not
when you're
paying.
trying to pick up a full run, for me, I don't care about the grade as much as long as it's complete A,
Yeah,
two, doesn't have rusty staples, and three, nothing's cut out that would affect the story. Otherwise, I don't mind a detached cover because
even
the
blood.
Fantastic 12
Blood's okay.
is going to be
I
detached.
don't do pubes though. I don't want pubes on my shit. That one's nice.
I'd rather not have pubes on it or roach droppings. Or hell, I have a Marvel Mystery Comics 89 that was eaten by a rat. So
Yeah,
it shows you how little I care about some conditions. So this one is issue 58, some Doctor Doom
I think
cover art.
my
Get the
LCS
hell out
got
of
that
here.
one for maybe like 60.
Yeah, that one's not, it doesn't feature him so prominently. The most prominent Doctor Doom covers are the ones that's woo going right on up. Here's
Yeah.
issue 59. This is one of those back in the day. Oh, god
I like
damn it.
that
It's the
yellow. The yellow just tickles me.
yeah,
Not
pretty
the way
covers,
Roach
but
does.
the Inhumans are lame. I hate the Inhumans. I'm sorry for Inhumans fans, and it's not the fact that the TV show that they tried making was bad. I just don't think you can do Inhumans. I'm sorry.
What's up, Who Dat? Y'all. So Who Dat, y'all need to go check out. He did a dad-daughter takeover, and his daughter, it was really cute. And I didn't want to come off too weird because it's like I was super enthusiastic, but I didn't want to be like super weird. But I thought it was really cool, Who Dat, and she was really she was so cute. Just saying like, well, I got this one because it was funny or silly or it was pretty cute. And that's how I decide which pennies that I want. And it was like, she's very decisive. So go watch that,
I'm
y'all.
That's a pretty good way of selecting things. However, a kid likes something, I keep telling people pay attention to what your kids or any kids like because one day they're going to be our age, old as fuck, and paying top dollar to get their childhood back again.
Yeah.
Look at the Pokemon cards.
Hey, Planet Arizona, and I appreciate you. And yeah, man, that storm, sometimes when the pollen profile peaks or goes up, my brain, like, it just poof, goes nuts.
You sound a lot better today.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
First
Hey,
appearance of Black Storm.
Trev, Tony, all y'all, man. And well, good. I'm glad that she got the. I hope she gets more positive feedback, and you should do it again with some other stuff. And like, I'll be there, man, and I'll reinforce her with some nerd love. Century Sinister. I love that
First
one, dude.
Ronin and
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
and now here.
my boy, the accuser,
Ronin.
j'accuse.
What are you accusing me of?
Nothing.
I'm canceled already right before I get all my
Oh,
fantastic foe.
baby,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is the first time you have the beehive.
Hey,
It's
this is
him, this
some
warlock.
crackle right in the middle. The crackle. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing is that when they were doing those Marvel Comics issue 1000, and they had this guy that had the Infinity Mask.
Yeah,
He was this guy. What was his name? Carlo Zoda, and his first appearance is in here. And this is one of those, let's go back and use an old story and an old character no one's ever heard of, like when they used Jace Fox to become the new Batman. Let's reach way back to the dollar bins and make that a $300 book. And that's exactly what they did. But that one was already kind of up there. Now, this one is the first time him finally emerges from the cocoon. I've had this one here for about a good decade or so. Because back then I was just trying to get the keys. And once you get the keys, especially if you're a reader like I am here, you want to be able to get all of it so you can reference. Kind of helpful if it doesn't fall apart in your hands at the same time. Here's issue 68.
Oh God. Oh, Kirby.
His buildings start getting a little bit better because when you look at some of his early 1960s buildings, they are sparse and very blocky. He finally learned city design, I guess. I don't know. It's not like I'm knocking Kirby, but it's just art history and art criticism. That's all it is.
So
Nothing.
Rob and I both have been going real hard on our Avengers and our Fantastic Four. Rob has the clear advantage in both, but that doesn't mean that I'm not a proud person and I have some strengths. God damn it.
You absolutely do. My only advantage is I'm just a little bit older, and I've been doing this since I was about 7 years old and this wide. So I've
You
been
got
over
that
it.
older brother edge on me. I can never quite get the shit you got.
Yeah, unless you send a very weak hitman to come kick me in my left knee and knock me down, and you just take everything.
Yeah. Keep showing
Hey,
your
we get Spider-Man back in the book again. He hasn't been in
Oh,
this book since issue 1.
you gave me a copy of that too.
I did.
Of course, yours is nicer because you got that older brother thing, man.
Older brother. Just call me. Oh, fuck. I used to watch anime so much I knew that. Oni-chan? Call me Oni-chan. No,
I'll
that
call you
sounds.
Papa,
Just call me Old Man Worst.
old man worst. And gosh darn people like Tacoma. Tacoma has got edges on me too. And I don't like talking about that. I don't like talking about my vulnerabilities, but I'm putting it out there.
Well,
Yes,
I don't call them vulnerabilities. I call them strengths.
I've
And
been
if you look at them as vulnerabilities, they are. But if you lean into them,
I've been known to covet a comic book or two. I'm not one though that really gets that pissed off because some people will legit get pissed off. Like some people do these haul videos and it's just like they find these crazy deals, but you know what? They make it their priority to find new places and go and travel. Like they really put an effort into it. And then people will just give them shit like, fuck you, you did not find that UF4 for $5, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, ouch, these people are brutal. You don't want to share any kind of cool finds.
so right there, that's one of those that just because art history, because if you're into comics, that's literally what we're doing right here. We're showing art history. If you know a book, you can know things so well enough that you'll just see about this much of a cover here in a pic. White lights, come on, and go. I know exactly what that is. And you'll drive 300 miles like my dumbass did. I mean, maybe I'm not such a dumbass because I got that. And so cheap, but it was a cockroach infested house. And this is how I wound up sending you that copy of what was it? That X-Men, the one with Juggernaut.
102.
That's the one.
X-Men 102. Oh,
Like I wanted to get out of that house so fast because there were these little teeny tiny, and they weren't like the fat roaches, they were little skinny ones. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need to change the bags out of all of these.
is there a way you can take a
But
camera?
they weren't his book.
Is there a way you can take your camera and show it around your Hall of Justice, or is that not possible? These
And
guys
I
keep
do
on
that.
commenting. You don't have to.
All right, let's do a quick little look around. I'm going to switch this on over to this camera, and I'm going to lift up the camera and show you the room.
Here you go, guys. Everything you've been whining and slobbering over. Go and covet your neighbor's comic/asses. Ass.
So luckily, I have a long cable here, so we're going to start at the top.
Oh, Dave. Dave.
Yeah, I don't think I ever did this back on the Not Near Mint channel where we did a room view of everything that I have here, but this is what I wind up looking at every day when I'm in front of my studio here.
This is some nice stuff to look at. I can't fault you for that.
Yeah, let me close the door.
Wish my oldest got married already. What is that? What? Oh, you want her out so you can have your own comic room. I feel you. I feel
Smart.
you. Yeah.
And if you have
Oh,
comics, you have to have a cat.
pussycat.
So right here, those are all the indies, and as you see, it's getting a little large there. And those are all the ones I need to put away.
Hey, Brian.
So here we get all the DC comics.
And isn't show us that beautiful poster? Is that Alex Art and George Perez or Alice Ross? Alex
Oh,
Ross.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is Alex Ross and George Perez. This is the Crisis on Infinite Earths poster that they did for the trade paperback reprint. And this is 5 foot by 3 foot. I wound up flying all the way out to, where was it? Boston, so that I could do MegaCon, where you had George or Alex Ross there. And I almost missed getting it signed by him, but I was told by somebody, hey, you can get in the back of the line. Robert? It was somebody I went to high school with that helped me get that signature. The other one was from MegaCon in Orlando back in the early part of the 2000s. And now I have it both signed by Perez and Ross.
That's so awesome, dude.
Great
What a
kitty.
story.
All right, so those are the DC comics down here. And most of these boxes are pretty full, but I try not to fill them all the way. Like down here, you see that I just took out a Spider-Man book because I'm going to be showing one of them that I just got. So let's move the chair a little.
Sorry, I just kind of like inadvertently forced you to do like a room tour without your
Right.
consent, but I appreciate it.
I'm good with that. So
And I think
over
they do
here,
too. Everybody likes seeing people's stuff.
yeah, we're nerds. We need to show off more to one another. So down there, that box at the end is completely empty because I collect so much of the Swamp Thing and stuff that I need to make sure that I have room. You don't want to overpack your boxes; it'll bust a staple. So down here, you get all the Hulk stuff. You get some Iron Man. You get the first issue of.
Oh, Frankie Ray.
Yep. And all of these are just filled to the brim with the issues that you see inside of it. So if you
Well,
see
Frankie
issue
Ray.
7 there, you know that the early issues start there and it goes all the way. And I don't have a very long collection of Daredevils, so it's just where I keep all the Daredevils, all the way to Defenders. I have a shit ton of Avengers, some Black Panther, a whole lot of Cap. And we're going to come around here. Maybe let's move this out of the way.
He's spoiled. Don't y'all love it?
It took 2 years to put this room together like this because when I first moved into this place, all of these bunks were just ratty and nasty. And I mean, it looked like I lived in my parents' basement after a flood.
But
It looked
look,
that
you
bad.
know, you changed it. You got all these boxes, and what else did you do? You swapped out bagging and boarding.
Yeah, so let me set the camera back up here with my fat belly.
Go to the very, very back one. Show them the very back wall because that's the money shot wall.
Ah, yes. You want to see why this is the Hall of Justice.
Hell yes.
So let's
That's
see
the
how much
money
I can
shot.
stretch this.
Yeah, don't like unplug it accidentally.
So over here we get,
Ugh.
yeah, I definitely don't want to do that. Some of my better Wonder Woman issues from the 1960s. You get all my great issues of Swamp Thing because Alan Moore got me started on like really reading all the stuff. And then here's just some of the best. Oops, let's get a little bit
Best of
higher
the
so you can
best.
see. You get giant size X-Men, you get X-Men 94 through 101. I have a full run, but from 94 up. I only have spotty ones, but I think that Lady Fantastic is doing much better than I am on the X-Men right now. So here you
I
get
probably
these.
have more, but you have like, yeah. I need to get 96 and 98.
Right up there is where I keep my Fantastic Four 48, 49, 50. And, Hall of Justice with Mr. Bill. Oh, no.
Because
Yep,
Disney gets hate from people that are kind of chody that don't really know why they need to hate it, but they need to hate it because, oh, woke. It's like, okay, whatever.
So a big problem that I'm having with people online, they don't review movies or comics or literally anything. They do it disingenuously. Everything is either this is the worst movie ever or it's an epic masterpiece. Somebody
Yes,
remarked
I
earlier,
know. It's like, you motherfuckers don't have any nuance. Damn. There's a lot of in between. Everything's grayscale. It's not just black and white. Anyways, I'm shutting up because everybody likes different stuff. And it's totally fine if you think that like Ant-Man was ass. And it's also fine if you think other stuff was ass. And it's cool if you think Ant-Man was brilliant. And it's cool if you think Ant-Man was somewhere in between. And a lot of times in life, shit's in between. Um,
they just ended it
again,
too happy.
Again, they can't all be in game. Uh, this I picked up for somebody, not myself. If you send it or if you see it, you'll probably know who. He is a community bringer together, but he's also a big fan of the Black Cat. And this is some Dodson stuff. And I hope he doesn't have this. And if he does, he knows who he is. And if you have it already, well, shit. But if you don't you dare buy it. Oh my
Oh, hey,
god.
lady, it looks like you just gained another subscriber. Way to go.
Thank you. And oh my god, I found this today and it's like I don't hey ass man. I don't even collect I'm not a Spider-Man person, but when you see this dude,
Good seeing you, Planet Arizona. Happy anniversary, your birthday.
it's the rabbit. You never
Oh,
see the rabbit so rabbit fire. I had to get this, y'all. Would you guys not buy this? Come on, man. Come on, you never see her. So I had to get this. Rabbit.
I read Spider-Man for years and I didn't know who the rabbit was until the Dan Slott run.
Well, I didn't know who she was until Marvel Team Up. So but the Marvel Team Up one is very tough to get. And yes, this is just too much camp. How can you say no? 50 cents. Found this in the 50-cent bin. This absurd Barbie. Come on, man.
At the
What
last
number is it?
issue?
No, it's Barbie 28, but like 50 cents for something this 90s and like campy. I want to send it to the hardest dude I know. I want it
Biggie.
send this into the hardest. Probably Biggie Shack probably needs this. And you know what? He would love it too, because Biggie's got a soft spot for the romance ones. He would dig this. Biggie, if you played this book, everybody would vote for you. I'm just saying.
And Tony's right. There's a new Barbie movie coming out.
I mean, y'all need to get with
Hypercolor.
the program, Barbie. What's up? They had this for $1.95, and I'm collecting volume 2 of What If, and this is What If X-Men had lost Inferno. Shit would be devilish. Let's just put it that way. Hey, what's up, comic books galore? But Biggie's like probably. I needed this, man. Hulk 224. Really glad to see that. You see the leader in the background trying to shoot at him. But let's see. Hulk no longer exists, but don't tell the leader. He's too busy trying to kill him. Yeah, I was happy to get that. This was $3.95 and in really nice shape. It was Marvel Features number 3, Red Sonja. Pretty busy, but badass, dude. Pretty busy, but badass, man. Yeah. And then this one, Rob, I found for you for 90 cents. Do you have I don't know if it's Spider-Man or Adventures of Spider-Man, or not Spider-Man, Superman, but it's 516. Do you have this one? It's
Let's find out.
Alpha Centurion.
Adventures of Superman issue. What number?
516.
I do not. I have, wow. Wow. 508, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all in DC Universe, but not that.
Look what I found.
Ooh. Yeah.
So
That's it.
yeah, absurd,
You just
huh?
don't find those in Miami. You can find them in Tennessee, but not in my crap ass place.
90 cents, son. All right. I have issue one of this, and these were $5.99 off the rack, and they're $1.50 at McKay's, and it's this ghost cage. I don't want to finish it, so yeah, number two and ghost cage number three. So instead of spending $12, I spent three on them because fuck paying full price. This y'all, I had to get this because it was the campiest, most amazing thing I ever saw in my life. Fucking official adaptation of the hit movie starring Pamela Anderson Lee. Barbed wire. A 48-page special.
Did you
Barbed
watch
wire.
that movie on Netflix?
Fuck no.
Oh, I actually like Pam now. She seems like a really nice, down to earth
Yeah,
person in
she
real
doesn't
life.
seem like a bad lady or whatever. I just think this is hilarious. So yeah, barbed wire. These were like $1.50 books, but I was like, man, that's so cool. This is 1983, but it's a Ghostly Tales. It's purple, and it's Jim Aparo art.
Looks perfect.
Yeah, it's really nice for a Charleston.
Yeah, those things
Really?
are usually beat to crap.
Yeah, they usually are, aren't they, man?
Like Chris Black's, like Corners. I could care less. The rest of it looks like my Submariner cover on Fantastic Force 14.
Then and now, man, this one I thought was so cool. Uh, a Charlton Jetsons. Isn't that wild?
What's really wild is the fact that the Jetsons is now in the past.
I know, man.
Their
Fucking.
future is our past now.
And the last one I got, the one I was really, this is 1965, so Silver Age, Dell, Felix the Cat, number 11. And I thought, wow, that's really, really nice. I don't have anything that cool. And so, yeah, picked it up. Picked it up. Not in perfect shape. But yeah, that was my haul for today. And Rob, do you got anything else you want to show?
Well, just the last few issues here, Fantastic Four, finishing out the first 100, and then there's a few amazing Spider-Mans that I wound up getting. So let me change the camera over a little, unless
Yeah,
this
thanks,
camera actually
honey.
looks a little better.
I love
All
this one,
right.
man.
This is issue 81, a fantastic. I have to stretch my arm way too much. Let's fix the camera. I need to reposition some of these cameras before we come back with a new Not Mirror Mints show. Oh, did I just say that?
Uh-oh.
Well, Chaos and Comics was remarking in one of our old, the very last episode we had, it's like, I call lies. It's been 5 months. It's like, yeah, life gets away from us. My dad's having issues. The person I'm staying with,
Dude,
her sister's having issues.
my
We're
stepmom
just
just
getting
died of
by.
brain cancer like on the 9th of this month. And we're going to have like a celebration of life thing on the 6th or the 4th of March. It's just been a shit show this last few months. But anyway, show comics.
Yeah, this is how we blow off steam around here, by getting issues like this issue 81, where Crystal joins the Fantastic Four.
Woo!
They always had people subbing in for the Fantastic Four. Why couldn't they just call them the Fantastic Five and just keep the name the same on the book?
Hey, what's up,
Oh
Signature
boy,
King?
here we have another Inhuman.
Oh, baby. Don't
Signature
hate on
King,
it.
hey yo.
Kirk loves them.
I know, I wouldn't say it in front of Kirk. There's issue 83. I just got this one over the last week. This is the second time you get Franklin Richards appearing in the comics. His first appearance is the annual issue number 6 with Annihilus.
What's up, comic vet? All the way from Canada. Or Canada. The Canadian lands of the ice giants.
They existed, you know. Giants did exist.
Fuck
But
you.
don't tell the Smithsonian. Here is issue 85. And then we're going to jump
All
on
they
over
do
here.
is play hockey and drink maple syrup. I heard it. It's true. What feels longer than 5 months? Oh, the I don't know, man.
Yeah, the last
Oh, being
episode of
gone.
Nightmare.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to do these every Wednesday, and it's not like I stopped picking up new comics every Wednesday. It's just cat. It's just when you're trying to have guests on and you literally I rarely got a chance to read most of their work, and it's a shame because some of them you read their work and you go, holy crap, this is really good stuff, like Philip Miara that was on our show
And they're
having
all honorary Mountie. They're all honorary Mounties,
yeah,
Canadians.
and you have a cameo appearance by Maxie in the background there.
Pussycat. Oh, nice. That's popping.
We're coming up to the last 10 in the first 100. And then after 100, I have almost a full run minus like a handful. Like this coming week, I should be getting, along with the issue 25 and 12 of Fantastic Four, not hopefully, because he said he found it, the first
After
appearance of Airwalker. Oh, thank you. Just as good without guests. Sometimes, I mean, that was a thing Lady and I both kind of had. Hey, a guest. Oh, okay. Do I need to read their stuff? No. Okay, I'm going to click off my
it got
camera.
to be tough. It
I
got
don't
to be
blame you.
tough because honestly, man, I do like it just being like with me and my buddies where it's like, okay, so we don't go to school together and we don't get to shoot the shit at lunch, but this is like junior high school getting together at the lunch table and talking just shit about anything you want or showing your stuff. It's just like the inner child in all of us can gather here and just be our original honest selves, and we're not going to hate for it. We're going to honestly probably get excited about it.
Yeah, especially if you wind up getting a guest, and most of them were great. But occasionally you get one where it's like, so how did you learn to draw? I've just been doing it. So what do you like about comics today? I don't read comics today. Okay, so what's your comic about? You didn't look at the bio. Like, God damn it.
Yeah, I know. And it's just like, I'm an asshole. Okay, fine.
It's like, hey, we're just having you on because we want you to have more exposure. I know there's no money exchanging hands. I'm not asking for free stuff because trust me, when you have this much stuff, you don't want free stuff necessarily because it
Oh,
just takes up room. The older you get, I don't know what it is, but if you have to find a place to put something, I don't want it. Unless it's something I'm actually desiring, like those first 20 Fantastic Four.
yeah.
Hey, look, there's Baby Franklin on the cover finally. Probably his first real appearance on a cover. But he's a baby, so
I don't know.
number
Baby.
98. We're coming up on it now. Let's bring the whole gang together. Almost everybody that's ever appeared in the Fantastic Four, because right after this issue, it's time for that issue 100. I'm sure that Stan and Jack just didn't know that this would happen, and it did. They lasted a few more issues. I think 102 was the last Kirby, and I think
108, even though Kirby's not credited on 108, most of the art and the story is Kirby's.
yeah, layouts. All right, last
They milked Kirby for every piece of art he had.
Yeah, and whenever you had Stan going around doing his circuit of, hey, yeah, I created the Fantastic Four and the Amazing Spider-Man. Like, you mean you and Steve Ditko and you and Jack Kirby? Yeah. So when I created, like, just Jesus Christ, okay. All right, these were recent pickups. First appearance of Gog, and he was used in the most recent run of Amazing Spider-Man. Well, the last one that Nick Spencer was doing, and I liked Gog. He was like a cute little pet until he got really.
But what
big.
about Magog or Mangog?
Oh, I like those. I like those better, actually. So I got two issues where it both had Peter Parker on the cover, unmasked, and later on you even have J. Jonah Jameson going like, I got pictures of you being Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
FF45 3 for 150. Man, I would get it, Biggie, because First Inhumans, that's a really nice book. That's beautiful. But if I would love to get an FF45, and it's just gonna get higher and higher, man. But it just depends on how it presents threes can either look really fucked up or sometimes they can present really nicely. It just depends. Um, I really need to get a 110 ASM because I want to get a shit gibbon or just the gibbon or whatever, but I like calling him shit gibbon.
Yeah, the gibbon I got a long ass time ago when I was first
I
starting
know.
to watch
That,
Reggie and being part of his gibbon gang. And I'm like, yeah, I got to get an issue of that 110. And he just became known for it. This came out last week. It's not the real thing. I still
yeah.
need a real one.
Hey, thanks Tony for being for supporting and everything. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.
We still got 11 watching. So in issue 110, you got the first Gibbon. And by issue 139, they're running out of new villains. So, hey, we use the Gibbon. Holy
Hey
shit, we
Michael.
never thought of a pair. Michael,
Hey Michael.
we're talking about bringing the gang back together.
It's gonna be a big one.
Part of the gang.
Next day, what is ASM number 13? What's the big one about that? I don't
First
know.
Mysterio. I used to have that as a kid, but I mutilated that much like I did my my Submariner over here going,
So
yeah,
first
let's color
Mysterio.
it in. That's it. Yeah, first Mysterio.
Oh, is that
And
the one
then,
with like the white cover and like the kind of netting or something?
yes, that is the one.
That one's a really good book.
It is. Way back in the day, I got it for like $80 back in the early 90s. And then I traded it for something else. And then that kid brought it back to Crazy Ed going, look at what Rob did. And Crazy Ed had to tell me, Rob, this is the first time I was told this. Rob, you mutilated that book. Give him his money back and or trade him back his book, whatever it is. I'm like,
Do you
damn
not
it, I
have
didn't
the
realize it
original?
was bad.
Do you not have the original 129 of ASM?
I do not. I had it. I gave it to somebody back in the early 2000s, back in college, because Skip was a huge fan of the Punisher. So for his birthday, I gave him basically like a 3.0 version of Punisher I got for $20 back in the early 90s. And I never got it again.
Mickey has a copy of it, I'm pretty sure.
I bet he does. He has
What's
all the
the
good
significance
stuff.
of that one? 169. Hold it 169 back up.
Yep, there's the last one that I picked up of the ASMs. I have a pretty good run, but I have very few underneath issue 100.
In that one, Frank Miller writes a letter, so it's got
Yep.
published letter by Frank Miller.
And it's like back in the day, you'd have George R.R. Martin, and he would write into comics. And this was back when he was a little kid. Many children were affected by comics. So, what impresses me most about being alive today in 2023 is that you still have people that are being influenced right now by the Edge of the Spider-Verse movies and all these other films that are coming out, and they're going on to become new creators. We're having people like Jared Lujan and Mario Candelara that grew up on this stuff, and now they're indie creators that are starting to move over into like the big two, coming right back to indie stuff. Everyone influences one another, and I love seeing these early sort of books here that contributes to the history of the comics of the industry that we love so much. Despite the fact, if you're trying to break into the big two, it's like breaking into a sweatshop.
Yeah.
But those are all the books. Those are all the new
right.
stuff. You saw all the Fantastic Four. Next time, Avengers. I'm only missing like 1 through 4 and 11.
So this is just a quick recap. I'm just showing you guys. I came across some banger X-Men's this weekend, this Friday at my LCS, and I was so very excited to pick them up at a very reasonable prices. And thanks guys for just coming and hanging with us. Really appreciate the support and the love. And we'll be around. We just like doing the randos. The rando share cares, squares, and bears, cocaine bears. You guys have a nice night. Be safe. Don't do crack, and wipe your booties.